Because you're a female, have some money. Because you followed me back.
I'm going to try to say this as delicately as I possibly can, but money is quite literally the only thing a lot of cis-het men bring to the table. No, because really think about it. Most of you guys can't stay faithful. Most of you don't possess emotional intelligence, so women are left doing the emotional labor in the relationship. Most of y'all don't carry your weight when it comes to the housework or the children. And most of you guys can't satisfy women sexually, which means the bulk of your value stems from how much money you make. On top of that, a lot of cis-het men don't even like women, so why are we acting like this isn't a two-way street? The same way women will enter relationships with men solely for money is the same way in which men enter relationships with women for consistent sex. Women don't seek out men with money because we're just manipulative users by nature. It's because we see through men, and we know that if we attach ourselves to someone who barely sees us as a person, we may as well be getting something out of it.
Welcome back to Conversation with me. I'm your host, Katrina Gibbs, and I really didn't even want to speak on this, but let's talk about it. As you can see that video that played in the beginning, all I can really say to start this off is her whole spiel about whatever she was feeling, it can absolutely be applied to women. The emotional intelligence part can be applied to women. Not taking care of your kids can be applied to women. What's the other part? Cheating can be applied to women. And so I think we're in a time to where, now I can only speak for a woman because I am a woman and I hear other women speak and talk about it. So I'm not going to speak on men. But I think we're in a time where women do not want to admit they just don't know what they're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you have to admit that you are unknowledgeable in this area. And I said that in a nice way, but I basically just called you stupid. And it is okay to be stupid. See, this young lady, the reason... This is why you can't take advice from everybody on the internet. What she just told me in this video was that she has no experience with men. That's basically what she just told me. All she knows is the experiences she see on social media, what she hear from her friends, what she did or didn't have growing up. That's all I hear. I don't hear that I ran through 50 million men and they all treated me the same. I don't hear that. I don't hear her experience. I just hear her copying and pasting what she's already heard on the internet. And that's why it's detrimental. Because you'll tell someone else this stuff and all they have is the internet as well, and they're going to believe it instead of having the experience. Because if you want to play this game and act as if you're just so smart to use men with money or for their money, then why in the fuck do you have a baby? What? You obviously don't know what you're doing. If you're having sex and getting attached to man emotionally, you don't know what you're doing. If you keep finding yourself in these situations and you're not going to take accountability and say, hold on, let me stop dating and let me figure out what I need to do or what I need to look for in a man that's going to treat me right and that I'm going to settle for, because you're going to settle. So if you don't want to do that, or if you don't know how to do that, then just say that. But all this, you only need to use men for money, it creates it's really bad, because we know, or even, not even we, when you see a black woman speaking like this, most people in their minds think that she's talking about black men. So when you're talking to someone who's just as unexperienced as you, and you cover everybody with that blanket, she's going to start to ignore these groups of men. And she's going to look for other men. And I understand that she goes on to say this CIS-HET, which is straight born man. Man, if that's the case, then what the fuck are you talking? No, like, really, what are you talking about? Like, why would you be in a relationship with a homosexual man? You get what I'm saying? Like, that makes zero sense. Like what? Why even have to preface it with that? That makes zero sense. And see, everybody just wants to be in this world where everybody sounds smart with no experience in their life. I just know the facts, and the facts say this, and this is what the number said, and this is what Google told me, so this is what it is. And honestly, the way that this girl is speaking, I'm just going to be honest. If you're just going to use men for their money, you really need to go be a hoe. Real life, a hoe. You need to go find some representation, a pimp, and have him hoe your ass out and work up under him. But see, this is where you're going to get into that, oh no, you're going to look down on hoes for doing what they do, because that's what you basically just said. But you can't look down on this sector of people and that sector of people and basically say everybody wrong, because then where does that leave you? And see, this is what I'm talking about. Then you want to sit up here and ask for protection. Who the fuck about to protect you, babe? Like, who? Like, who? Because you act like you can't protect yourself. You act like you don't know left from right. And all I'm saying is, it's okay to say, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me stop trying to use my body to control this man. Let me stop trying to use the baby to control this man. Let me figure my life out. Then on top of that, you're saying like, oh, man just want to use women for sex because, and we're not manipulative. We don't just want to use men for money. We just see through them. Don't you think the same works for man? I see right through her. I'm not about to build and create with her. I just want to use her for her sex and be gone. But see, when you guys create a baby together and he dips out, then you look stupid, because if you know that that's why the man was there just for sex, then why have the baby? Why not go get the proper procedure? Why force somebody into a relationship with you? Like, why? And that's what I'm saying. Everybody she sounds really, really intelligent. She sounds like she's going to blow you out the park with all her information because she's saying it really fast and, oh my God, it just sounds really cool. No, honey. To anybody who has a real brain and experience out here, they're going to know that everything you said is full of shit. You full of shit, for real, for real. And this is why I said that feminist shit, that women empowerment shit, that ain't real in the world. Because when you find that man that you really love, that you really dig, all of that rhetoric goes right out the window. You don't care about nothing that anybody is saying because you're so in love with him. But don't spread this word. See, you know she's a young woman. I'm young and I don't even say stupid shit like that. But now if she was 50 and 60 saying something like that, then maybe I could be like, you know what? She got some years up under her belt. Maybe she's somebody to listen to and maybe break down a few of her experiences. But you can literally tell all she has is her social media and her friends. And social media, everybody's smart on there. Everybody got all the right, correct answers. So you don't want to appear stupid over there. With your friends, everybody literally appears and is stupid. So you don't want to be the smart one out of them and say like, nah, girl, nah, I'm not going for that. I have standards. And you don't want to be the uppity one over there. So it's just bad all around because you still want to fit in with the homies and the girls and catch a vibe and go on dates and girls trips. So you're going to catch yourself in this dilemma where you have to just live life and find the man that's for you. So many women are living in these like real, I really hear these women and it really sound like a fairy tale. Where do you think you about to find this old perfect ass nigga at? He's fine, he's clean. And I'm not saying that you have to settle for like these lesser things as far as like being clean and things like that. But he's fine, he's clean, he's just so financially well off, and he dresses the way you want him to dress, and he doesn't cheat, and he's responsible, and he cares about your feelings, and he's not bringing any baggage, and he doesn't have any past traumas. And like, where are you finding this nigga at? Like, you want the perfect cookie cutter shape, like placed right on your doorstep, and you go carry him in and unwrap him, and he's just right there, robotic, ready to do whatever you want to do. Because you have to remember that people are human. So even when it comes to the kids, y'all both might be pooped. You both might just be done for the day, to where you like, that's when you start to measure it and say, no, I've been doing this for the kids. You've been doing this for the kids. I've been doing instead of checking yourself and saying, okay, we both in this thing, we both putting our time in, and we're both climbing to get bigger and better, bigger and better. But like I said, we just in a time where people do not want to look stupid. And you need to be in a time where it's okay to look stupid, but you don't need to be looking stupid for 30 and 40 and 50 years. Learn how to pull out of that relationship and just stop. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Conversations with me. If you want to continue to take advice from a girl like this, be my guest, but you'll be fucked in the end. Conversations with me.